about mindful activities or sort of like approaches that, with that consideration to optimize digestion? Like, what have you found yourself talking about with clients?
I found myself talking about, but even first and foremost, actioning myself, which is just before eating, understanding that smell, sight, and touch are really paramount senses for stimulating digestion in what they call the cephalic phase, the first phase of digestion, which can account for a decent percentage, 15, maybe 20% of digestion begins here. And so smelling, taking the moment to actually look at the food, because people become very mindless and we just like watching something or we're doing something and we're talking and we don't realize, oh, half the bowl's gone. So what I've tried to talk about and do myself is just 3 breaths, 3 conscious breaths to smell the food, to look at the food. And I do something that I've never really talked about publicly. And I actually thank the animal. Like I say, I exert a bit of gratitude for the animal that's died, to sustain my life. And if you're going to eat meat, then I think we get very disconnected from that. This is an actual organism, a living life. And so I've tried to implement that type of gratitude, and it connects me deeply or deeper to actually what I'm eating and how it's sustaining me. So I think that's something that we should talk about more and more people should, consider implementing. Have you ever had any rituals like that before eating?
Similar, yeah. Practice gratitude, quite regularly, and definitely in regards to health and eating, there's a crossover to what you're talking about. But, I was nodding inside if I wasn't actually nodding, because, how you describe that is how I've described that to many clients in the past as well, to sort of say, listen, we're often trying to, incorporate the practice of gratitude, and B, trying to incorporate the practice of slowing down, getting that parasympathetic dominance and actually eating as a mindful activity for a number of reasons. We started talking about digestion. I'm often talking about it these days just in regard to like self-control, willpower, lack of distraction, and the positive net effect on the regulation of one's appetite and caloric intake. You know what I mean? So, but I just like how it all come together, in it's like, one stone, 2 birds. So yeah.
Speaking